Hello and welcome to my dining room. This is the table I was using upstairs. I took the legs off. I carried all the bits and pieces downstairs and then I put it back up again because the top of it, way too heavy. And also the legs, it would not be fun carrying down the stairs like this unless I took it apart. And you can't see it, but I have my heat pump going and I ain't turning that off because I don't like to freeze. And it's cold, but not super cold today. But I'm still, yeah. I am doing a new puzzle to me. It's called Coastal Cottage. I'm intentionally not looking at the picture because I kind of enjoy that. Having a little bit of fun. Oh, puzzles are fun anyway, but more challenging? Do I need more challenges these days? Not really. Am I sometimes gonna give it to myself? Yes. Because that's who I am, apparently. So I say it's new to me. It belongs to my parents. They were kind enough to let me borrow it. And, you know, I started without you. Sorry, but not sorry about that. So far, I really enjoyed. It's Ravensburger. It is good quality, regular. The blue on the back, I can't show you because camera's like far over there. But I, so far, am enjoying it a lot. And it is a nice change of puzzle pace from the previous puzzle I did. Because even though that was enjoyable too, the pieces were so thin and fragile and not great, I guess you could say. Not great. So doing this is, as I said, a very nice change of pace when it comes to like quality on the pieces. And yeah, it's something about like doing puzzles with basically low quality. It's not as fun as doing the good quality puzzles. I used to think it didn't matter much, but I've been doing puzzles most of my life and I'm starting to realize that I prefer the ones that are of good quality. Generally speaking, the Ravensburger puzzles that I do have been good quality or are good quality. So I do appreciate those. So yeah, what have been happening lately? I have gotten I don't know how to explain this. I felt very honored the other day because I was asked a question and I'm very excited and I hope I can do a good job. I don't know if you know this, but I do a lot of knit. I knit a lot and crochet quite a bit too. And I really enjoy it. And I tried to sell some of it at some markets and the varied success. Not all is successful, but you know, that's how it goes. But this last week, I was asked if I could help someone out, I guess. Right before Christmas of 25, I was sitting at a market and trying to sell my stuff, and that was actually the best market I've ever had. So that was great. And people were pleased with what they got. And on that market, they always have a charity raffle. I think that's what you would call it. Like you buy tickets of sorts and they like put it all together and then they pull out a winner and they have different prizes, several prizes. And not too long ago now, honestly just a few days ago, I was asked if I would like to contribute by knitting a sweater for this raffle. And that sweater, they usually have a couple of bigger things that are kind of like the main prizes in the raffle, and then a lot of little ones. And I mean, when I say a lot of prizes, they have so many prizes. It was insane. I was sitting there while they were doing the raffle thing this last Christmas now, and they were just like pulling out prize after prize after prize. So there's a lot of prizes, but the main ones are usually, or it's usually a sweater. And I have been asked to knit the sweater for, well, the 26th Christmas market raffle. And I was just like, oh my God, I feel so honored. And it's so nice. And it just, yeah, I really appreciate that. So, and they will give me, they found a pattern and they're gonna buy the yarn, so I don't have to pay anything. I won't get paid, but that's fine. But I don't have to like pay anything. So they will give me the yarn and the pattern and all the things, and I just need to knit it. And it's gonna be like the main prize. It's one of the main prizes, or the main prize. I'm not fully sure, but it's kind of the prize that makes people go buy the tickets for the raffles. I'm not like, okay, this is no pressure, okay? Gotta be like perfect. But I'm just so honored that they thought of me and asked me to do it. And I was just like, oh my God, they like my stuff. I really hope that is correct, that they like it. And I mean, I don't think they would have asked me to do that if they didn't like my stuff. So, yeah, I'm really excited. I now know which pattern I'm gonna do, but I haven't gotten the yarn at all yet. So I don't know which yarn I'm gonna be using, and I'm a little, yeah, there is a lot I don't know yet. I'm just so excited and honored that they're asking me to knit something for this raffle, and not just like some random little thing, but like the big thing, the main thing. And I was just like, okay, cool. And also that's yeah, I hope I can do the thing justice of doing it well enough. I assume I will. I mean, I've been knitting for years and years, but a lot of the other ladies have been knitting for longer than I have, because they've been alive longer than I have. They're older than me. Not all of them. Actually, maybe some of them, yeah. I think all of them are older than me. Either way, that part doesn't matter as much. It's just, they asked me to make the big thing for the raffle. And I was just like, I'm so honored. I haven't told them in such a way. They seem to be pleased with me accepting the task, the challenge. So yeah, I just needed to share. Also, I think I told you this puzzle belonged to my parents. Technically, this puzzle belongs to my dad, because last Christmas, not 25, but like the one before, this was gifted to my dad from my mom for Christmas. So, you know, we are a family of puzzlers. And I enjoy that. And now I'm struggling again. Okay, I'll figure it out. But yeah, I've also been asked if I've seen my new friend lately, and I saw her just yesterday at like more of a social gathering, but still saw her, still talked to her, and she don't like knitting socks. I don't mind knitting socks. I'll knit just about anything as long as I can figure it out. And she don't like knitting socks. Her dad would like some home knitted socks. She has the yarn. So at some point, I will get the yarn she has so I can knit socks for her dad. So yeah, yay for new friends. I love that though. I love that I can like do something for others without having to pay for it, like monetarily, because that's a money is a thing. We all know that. But yeah, so that has been happening, and the weather has been, well, it's been snowing, it's been raining, it's been cold, it's been less cold, hence the raining, and like the weather's been all over the place. It's a little challenging, but there's a lot of snow on my roof, or some of it has fallen off, some of it has not. It's just waiting to fall, and I don't know when it's gonna fall, but I'm gonna hear when it falls. And I was just like, a part of me is like, please don't fall right when I'm about to fall asleep, because it will freak me out, because you hear it sliding off, and it makes quite a bit of noise, both when it slides and when it lands on the ground. So yeah, I'm just hoping that the sliding snow off my roof won't happen while I'm about to fall asleep. So that's something I'm also like a little nervous about. But yeah, let's see what else have been happening. I've been doing a lot of crafting, and I had a health challenge that meant that I was out of energy for a good while. It sucked. I wasn't able to do pretty much anything the last week because my energy level was so low that I found it hard to do, well, even cook myself food. So that was, yeah, not fun. Let's not do that again. But sometimes life comes at you and you just gotta go with the flow and hope you come out the other end being okay. And I don't know about you, but I do believe that it mostly is gonna be okay, luckily. So that's the thing. And I have been, whoo, check that out. You can't see it all that well because like filming in angles and all, but yeah, I have been thoroughly enjoying this puzzle. And I haven't even talked that long. Yeah, that's how you can tell that I did not have energy last week. I have nothing to tell. Except that, you know, the knitting thing. I'm very excited about it. I should have been out and done more stuff outside, but also, what is there to do outside? There's no new snow to shovel, though. Because the, like, cold snow, warmer rain, snow, rain has been going for a few days. Where I drive in my driveway, it's not fun. It's not fun. I shouldn't laugh at it, but I do. Because it's just so, it's not comfortable driving there at the moment because it's like deep grows where and then like here is where the tires are, and then you have the middle, and it's like not just one track for the tires, it's a little here and a little there, and like as soon as the car settles into the tracks, you ain't getting nowhere. You're only getting those tracks. And I like to be able to control my car, and in those instances I have no control. You kind of just along for the ride and hope that it doesn't happen anything or nothing bad happens. It's just, yeah, it's not ideal, and there's nothing I can do about it, just except, you know, wait till spring, which is, I'm gonna go with quite far off because we're only in the end of January. It's gonna take like 2 months before it'll be comfortable driving in my driveway again, which I find that unfortunate. I wish it was something I can do, and I could like take, I don't know, sledgehammer and like try to break up stuff, because it is hard, because now of course it's frozen again, because the few days where it was a little bit so you could have shoveled, I had how do I put this, low energy, also known as no energy, couldn't do anything. barely like keep the fire going. So in the wood stove. So, you know, there has been some challenges this past week. I don't like such challenges, but I guess they're a part of life. You don't have to like all the parts, but the life does have many parts. I mean, there were even a few days I didn't even really knit. And I'm not saying knitting takes a lot of energy, but when you have so little energy that you can barely hold the knitting needles, let alone actually like move them to actually knit, that's when you know the energy is not good. It's very, 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 very off. So yeah, that's why I was struggling this past week. Obviously, it was not a good time. It was not a good time. I can laugh about it now because, like, oh my god, that was so bad. But yeah, that was bad. Not fun at all. But it happens, and luckily, I know from experience now. I've had low energy before, like that. Sucks every single time. But you know, it sucks, but it happens, and then eventually, at some point, it passes, and I slowly, and mark the word slowly, regain my energy. But it feels like it takes forever. I know that it doesn't actually take forever, but it sure feels like it takes forever. And a repeat. It's not fun. But, you know, there's nothing I can do about it but wait. And yeah, I've been like kind of focusing on non-energy this past week. But I'm back to energy again, which is great. But yeah, I did manage, as you can see, obviously, that I put my table down here. And at some point soon, I mean, we are getting into the seed starting season. At some point soon, don't know exactly when, but seed starting will start happening. And that means I will get a challenge because I'm going to need this table to have somewhere to put the seeds that I start on. I have one other small kind of like camping table, like fold out table, but it's very small. And if I'm gonna get to sow all the seeds that I want and have them going, that small tiny little table is not gonna be enough. I'm gonna need this table. And truth be told, in a way, I might even need more tables, but I don't have any more tables. So, you know, you make do with what you got. But yeah. So how puzzles are gonna go from here? I'm obviously gonna finish this, but I don't know. Okay. You know what? I flipped all these pieces to have everyone like face up, but it's so many that it's hard to move them around. So I think I'm just gonna scrap that idea and just dig around in here. I kind of miss that because right now I'm also worrying about the heat pump, obviously. But when I dig around in the puzzle box like that, how annoying is it for the footage and the camera, and like how much is the camera picking up of those sounds? And honestly, I don't know. I just hope it's not too bad. Because that would be annoying for you watching this and for me having it be annoying. I don't like that. I don't like annoying things. Then again, does anyone like annoying things? I mean, they're annoying. That it's in the name for a reason, I assume, at least. But yeah, I'm a little all over the place. I have a meeting on the phone a little later, and I don't really like talking on the phone, so if I could like not have that meeting, that would be great. That's not really an option, so what? But yeah, so I'm a little it was a cat's tail. And you can't see it all that well. Man, okay. When I'm done with this puzzle, I will take you off the tripod and tripod and show you properly, like I did with the last one. Until then, I will do a lot of it without you, because apparently that's what I do now. Sorry, not sorry about that. Sorry, I am all over the place. I don't want to have that meeting later, but I have to. So, you know, because sometimes you gotta do things you don't want to do. It just, it's part of it. Like, oh, that way. Okay. Look at that. And yeah, I mean, you can see it to an extent. You can see things going together. Yeah, but I have stuff that I need to put in the oven because I'm baking today, and I need that to be done before I have that meeting on the phone. So yeah, I will talk to you later. I hope you have enjoyed this. The name of the puzzle is Coastal Cottage by Ravensburger, 1,000 pieces. Most of my, maybe not. I don't know. I do have a lot of 1,000-piece puzzles, but as I said, not mine. I'm just borrowing it. Love that for me, that I can borrow. Yeah, I will talk to you soon in the next video. And now I have to turn you off. Bye!